Hey Lion, so good to see you. We're back again for another lesson. We're going to learn a new sound and a new sight word today to help us become automatic readers and automatic spellers. Let's get started. All right, I am going to say the parts. You're going to blend them back together. Remember, we practice this because when you come to a word you don't know, you are going to sound out the different parts, and then you have to be able to blend it back together so you know what the word is. All right. So I'll say the parts, you blend it together. S, at, together, sat, good. S, it, together, sit. F, an, together, fan. F, in, together, fin. F, at, together, fat. It, fit. Good job. Okay, now the opposite. I'm going to say the word and you will tap out the sounds. Remember, we do that because when you're trying to spell a word, you have to be able to stretch the sounds out. That way you represent every sound with a letter or letters. Okay. Say rat. Okay, now sound, tap out rat. At, rat. Good job. Say Sam, Sam. Sound it. Am, Sam. Good job. Say Matt. Now sound it. Matt, Matt. Good. Say ran. Now sound it. Ran, ran. Good job. Say sit. Sound it. It, sit. Good. Say miss. Like I miss you. Sound it. Miss, miss. Good job. Okay, we have a new sound to learn today, and that is the sound for R. It says together. Your turn. Good. If you forget the sound of R, here's a picture to help you. You can think of the racing robot, and that can help remind you that the R says like the racing robot. I'm going to hang this up so we can refer to it when we are reading our new words and we are spelling. Okay, so let's try the racing robot. And this one is a continuous sound because you can hold it and stretch it for a while. Together. Your turn. Good job. Let's practice the other sounds we already know. And remember this A. It's important when we learn the vowels that we talk about the syllable types. This is a closed syllable because there's a consonant. This line here is saying to us that there would be a consonant after this A. When you have a closed syllable, the door's closed. The vowel cannot say its full loud name. It can only, and for the A, it's only going to say ah, like the apple. You can think of the picture or you can pretend like you're picking an apple from the tree. My turn. Together. Your turn. Well done. My turn. Together. Your turn. Good. That's like our hissing snake. My turn. Together. Your turn. Good. That is like our humming monkey. My turn. Together. Your turn. Good. Like nose noise. My turn. Together. Your turn. Like the tick-tock clock. All right, let's practice making those sounds in words. Remember, sometimes we use nonsense words for this part because when you learn how to read a really large word, each syllable sometimes looks like a nonsense word. So when we do this portion, sometimes they're nonsense words, sometimes they're real words. Okay, let's sound this. Am. And remember this am chunk This is a unit you'll see a lot in words. So if you already know it's am, when you see it in a larger word, you can just say am. Ready? At. Good. Oh, I see that chunk, but in case we didn't, oh, and here's our new sound like the racing robot. So we know we're going to say rat. Now, if you would have remembered the at chunk, then you would say rat. Do you see how when you know a unit or a chunk of a word, it helps you to be more efficient when reading? Oops, I dropped one of our words. Okay. Oh, look here. I see am. So when we get to this, let's just say am instead of stretching it out letter by letter. Ready? Ram. And let's look here. Oh, it's very similar, but instead at the end, there's the N. So we've got ran. She ran down the street. And you might have recognized the and chunk. If you did, you would just say ran. Just like we want to be efficient mathematicians, we want to be efficient readers and spellers as well. All right. I have a new sight word to introduce you to. It's is, like in this sentence. She, and I could have said he as well, she or he is a good student. And I'm talking about you. Each and every one of you are good students. The word is. Together, is. Spell it I-S, is. Good. We'll practice that every day. You'll become automatic with it. Let's read, spell, read our other sight words. Remember the sight words, they are words that are heart words because you're going to see them a lot in stories and you're going to use them a lot when you're writing. And so we want to be able to remember them and know them by heart so that we are efficient readers. On, O-N, on. So remember, we read, spell, read. And if you want, I know I told you yesterday you can cheer the letters if you want. That can help you remember if the letter goes to the top line, the midline, or if you reach your toes, if it's a basement letter like Y. I'll leave that up to you if you want to cheer it or not. Okay, here we go. The, T-H-E, the. Can, C-A-N, can. I. Me, M-E, me. See, S-E-E, see. And, A-N-D, and. You, Y-O-U, you. We, W-E, we are working hard. All right, now it's time for spelling. If you don't have paper and pencil yet, go ahead and push pause, grab your materials. And if you have it, we are ready to go. All right, the first sound I want you to say is R. Good. Did you hear like the racing robot, our new sound? Go ahead and spell R, like the racing robot. Remember, when we make the letter R, it just goes to the midline and it does not go below the bottom line. Good. Say ah. Go ahead and spell ah, like the picking apple. The A goes to the midline, or should I say that ah. Now we're going to spell the entire word. We're going to say ran. She ran down the street. Tap the sounds for ran. Ran. Good. Ran. So stretch out the sounds while you write them. And ran. Good. All three letters go to the midline. Did you notice the an chunk? So if you know how to spell an, then you know it's just an put together. Good. Say Matt. She slept on a mat. Okay, sound it. Mat. Good. Go ahead and write all of those sounds that you hear. Stretch out the sounds while you're spelling it. At. Mat. Is this what it looked like? Mat. Notice the M and A go to the midline. The T goes to the tip top. None of the letters go below the baseline. Okay? Say sat. She sat on the chair. Now sound it. At. Sat. Go ahead and spell the word sat and stretch out the sounds while you're spelling. At. Sat. So it should look like this. Sat. Notice sat and mat both have the at word or the at chunk in it. It's really cool when you learn how to spell one chunk or one word. It can unlock the spelling of many other words. Okay, say man. Now let's sound it. Man. Go ahead and now spell man. Stretch out the sounds while you're spelling it. And man. And. Good. Notice all three letters, they just go to the midline. They don't go below the bottom. Man and ran. Do you see they both have the an chunk in them? Just a different beginning sound. Okay, now the last word we're going to spell is a sight word, and it is we. W-E, we. When you're spelling this, go ahead and say the letter. That way you see it, hear it, and you feel it while you're writing it. We. Ready? W-E, we. These letters just go to the midline and they don't go below the baseline. Good job. We are almost finished. Last thing we have to do is to read our new story for the day. Remember, if it's underlined, that's one of our heart words, sight words. We'll read it automatically. Otherwise, we'll stretch out the sounds. And a good reader, when you have to stop to stretch out the sounds, they go back and reread. That way they can pay attention to what the story is about. Okay? The mat. Mat. The mat. And remember, these stories are set up because they have words that we've learned, that we've memorized, our heart words, and they have the sounds that we've learned so far. A mat. Mat. A mat. I sat on the mat. Mat. I sat on the mat. You sat on the mat. Mat. You sat on the mat. Notice the period. All sentences or all complete ideas have ending punctuation. The man sat on the mat. The man sat on the mat. We sat and sat. We sat and sat. Wow, looks like they're at some sort of game. I wonder if it's a baseball game. Looks like they're having fun. You and the man sat on the mat. Let's reread that again. You and the man sat on the mat. The man is on the mat. The man is on the mat. He doesn't look too happy here. I wonder if Maybe his team is losing now. A, Matt. Hey, Matt. Looks like the game must be over. I wonder who won. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. You did a fantastic job. I'm so proud of you, Lions. Keep up the hard work, and I will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care.